ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening all and welcome to your first look at sports. I'm Charles Fisher coming to you from the Atlantis Resort. The Atlantis Resort will be buzzing over the next couple of days because the Miami Heat, they will arrive in town later on this evening, and then tomorrow morning right here behind these doors they'll begin their preseason camp. Well, we had a chance to have a press briefing this morning on what we can and cannot do, but we also had a chance to speak with the Director of Sports in the Ministry of Tourism, Greg Rule, and he had a chance to speak with the President of the Miami Heat, Pat Riley, yesterday, and what he saw, he was pleased with.
When Pat Riley, Coach Riley, when he saw the facilities and he saw what he has to offer, he was very pleased. We gave him a VIP welcome reception at the airport yesterday when he came in. And when he came in, he saw the two courts for Atlantis. It's a partnership. And I said, Coach, how are you looking? Oh, it's excellent. These are the kind of things that make us feel good, to know that the Bahamas is on to something new. And like Fisher, this is no script for this. This is something new. And then these are the kind of bold, impactful initiatives that we need to put in place.
Switching over to the island of Exuma, where Julian Gibson was this past weekend. He spoke with Kevin Iceman McPhee on the up-and-coming youth sailing club there.
It's a good start for the youngsters. I must congratulate the junior committee, who headed by Mr. Ken Roberts from Helen Coakley. You know, every Saturday they out here got the kids out here teaching them the art of sloop sailing.
The Exuma Softball Association, they are getting set for their championships come later on this week. They have 2 teams in the men division, but they hope to have some more come next season.
Our goal is to get up to maybe 6 men's team because we have enough players. We have a bunch of young guys coming up who is interested in the game, so I know maybe in the next 2 years we'll have at least 6 teams.
Most definitely we can get more teams, but I just feel as though some of the conditions we have with the field and other things like that is probably discouraging some of the players from coming out, but we need to rally more to be able to get more of the players out to the park.
Good evening once again and welcome to the Atlantis Resort, where the Miami Heat will arrive in town later on this evening at the Odyssey Airport. We had a chance earlier today to speak with once again the Director of Sports in the Ministry of Tourism, Greg Rule, and he says this is big for the Bahamas, the preseason training camp.
We need to tell the world that the Bahamas is open for your business. The Ministry of Tourism do global initiatives in terms of marketing. They did the Super Bowl ad and the last Super Bowl, behold. That's the kind of bold initiative our minister wants to see happen. So what is going to create this stuff there? Now, the whole world of sports going to know that the Bahamas can make this happen. It just so happened that we know the Miami Heat, and they were lucky, and God was blessed us in the right place, that we were able to bring them to the Bahamas for the whole day of training camp in the Bahamas. What better initiative that we could do? They will tell our stories for us. Tell the sporting world that the Bahamas not only good for sun, sand, and sea, but now we could bring championship tournaments to the country.
More from Exuma, where Reginald Smith, he's important because he's going to start the Exuma Sailing Club.
We're planning to offer every weekend, sailing every weekend when we can. It depends on guys like Dallas and Roston, because they're the guys on the water. But we're going to try to sail as often as we can. We have a couple of boats now, as often as we can every Saturday. And we're asking parents to bring their kids and sign up. We're just sort of getting the details worked out of how we're going to do this. But we want to get more and more and more kids coming. We want to get competition going, maybe between the schools. There's a lot of scope for us to embrace, and so we're really excited. I think this is Exuma Sailing is going to take a totally different tack right now.
There were some big-time golfers on the island of Exuma. Pro and long-time champion on the PGA Tour, Greg Norman, talked about being in there with the Golf Channel.
I mean, we did the big break here a couple of years ago. It was a hugely successful show, and just speaking to all the people who were on the show today, they loved it. Oh, how can you not love this place for a TV shoot, right? There's not a bad angle that you can shoot, and the sunlight came out when it needed to come out, and the clouds came over, just have a little bit of a color change in the water, so it was beautiful.
How important it is for you being able to pass on something you know to the Bahamian youngsters?
It's extremely important because, the young kids of today are going to be our future generation of golf. So if I can just give them one little tip and they can take it on and become better golfers and better individuals or better people in life, then that's extremely important for me because I've been very lucky with my life and my sport has given me a lot, and I'd like to give a lot back to the younger generation.
Is the Bahamas growing to be a Gulf country? We got you here this weekend, and then we got the ladies pure silk back in the capital. Are we making a name for ourselves in golf?
Well, yes, you are, and it depends on the government. It depends on the corporations over here whether they want to use this as a great platform to showcase the Bahamas. I'm a huge Bahamas fan. I've been coming over here for nearly 30 years of my life now, and I've fished and scuba dived. I've built golf courses here, I own real estate here. So I'm a big fan of this country, and I think there's a huge opportunity to expose it. I'd like to see the government get very proactive on exposing the youth of this country and giving them opportunities, not only in sport, but in business as well, and let them take the opportunity to other places around the world and showcase what Bahamas is all about.
And the teams, like I said, in Exuma are getting ready for the Bahamas Softball Federation Nationals. They are coming here to make some noise.
Whoever win can represent good at the round robin for Exuma because we have some veteran players on both sides of the teams, and once we get over there, we can represent good.
Softball around the island now is on. I don't think is where it used to be. So I think it'll be up for grab for persons who go out to the round robin this year. I think it's a toss up. I know the guys here. They played well. They practicing, and we got Gardroll. Gardroll is a veteran pitcher. We got Winston Cat Smith is a veteran pitcher, and also we got Destin Curry, who he loves the pitch. But but we're gonna do well.
Yeah, putting stuff in place right now, funding, so that we will definitely be there this year.
Not only was golfing the main focus on the island of Exuma this past weekend, but the L and Coakley basketball court getting some attention.
Years before we even got to Exuma, but absolutely being here, we're carrying that tradition forward. And if you really look at a community and you try and dig down to the importance of of how you can probably best help, we really believe education is a major part of that. So supporting the schools in the surrounding area is a fundamental part of what we believe we should be doing. And then a natural extension of that is sport. In beyond the Bahamas, in other islands, too often we're seeing kids just not have enough to do in the afternoons, not be a part of a team. They don't have that sense of family. And where we've stepped in and done this before, we've seen huge, as it relates to crime, as it relates to team building, as it relates to leadership and sportsmanship. So these are things that the Sandals Foundation and Sandals Group believe in.
Looking at it, you think it's money well spent, $25,000?
26. Yeah. I do. I think it's never cheap to build in the out islands. It is a lot of money, but I think it'll go to great use. And what's most important is I hope the community feels that way too.
And that's going to do it for your sports. On a Monday, don't forget the Miami Heat. They are arriving in town later on this evening. Tonight it's going to be funky because the 3-0 Dolphins are also playing Monday Night Football. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.